So you just opened up Final Cut Pro and you're trying to figure out how you can import your media to start your edit. Well, I'm going to show you how to do that today. Whether you're starting from an SD card, you're plugging your camera straight into your computer, or you're using media that's stored locally on your laptop or computer's hard drive. So let's get started and open up Final Cut Pro. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to figure out where this media you want to import is coming from, whether that's going to be from an SD card, an external hard drive, or your computer or laptop's internal hard drive. Once you have that figured out, you're going to want to open up Final Cut Pro. Now you're going to have a few choices on how you can open up your import media window. Your first is going to be coming up to the top left-hand corner and hitting the import media button. You can also hit the import media button within your library. Or you can go to your menu bar, you can go to File, Import, and Media. Lastly, a faster way is to use the shortcut Command-I. All of these choices are going to bring up your import media window. Once you have your import media window open, you can then go to your left-hand side and you can see your connected devices. Now here's where you're going to choose whether or not you had your media on your internal, external hard drive, or an SD card. Once you've selected the device that your media is on, and you will know you have it selected by it being highlighted in purple on the left-hand side, you can then go to the bottom here, which is going to show your folder path and folder structure of the device that you have currently selected. Now you can navigate to the folder in which you have your media inside of so that we can start the importing process. Now, before we import our media, we should probably go over our import settings, which you can find on the right-hand side of your import window. You can choose to add this media to an existing event. You can create a new event inside of your library to place this media in, and you can then change the event name. Going down to the file section, you can choose to copy to the library or leave files in place. Now, there should already be another video on my channel detailing what the differences between these two choices actually is, which is quite an in-depth topic, but I'm going to give you the cliff notes here. Basically, copying to library is going to create a duplicate of your media within the Final Cut Pro library. Now, this is good for saving space, and it also makes it easier to organize theoretically because you're giving Final Cut Pro the job of organizing your footage. But you can also leave files in place, which is going to keep your media in its original file path, but it puts it on you to make sure that your files are all organized in a way that they're not going to become unlinked from Final Cut Pro once you import them. I'm going to opt to copy to the library. The keywords section is going to give you the choices of applying your Finder tags or your folder names to the metadata of your clips or media once you import them. I'm going to opt to keep these on. In the Analyze Video section, you have the ability for Final Cut Pro to balance the color and find people within your footage. I almost never use these. I opt to keep these off. You now have your transcode section. You then have the choices of creating optimized media or creating proxy media. Basically, what these two choices mean is that you have the ability to take your media and transcode it into something that is easier for your computer to work on. So if you have a little bit of an older Mac or an older system, you might want to look into using these two options to make your timeline run a little bit smoother while you're editing. I'm going to opt to keep these off. In the Analyze Audio section, you have the ability to fix audio problems, separate mono and group stereo audio, or remove silent channels. I usually don't use these because I like to make changes to my audio myself, but you can if you like. Then you have your assign audio role. You can opt for Final Cut Pro to basically with magic automatically assign the roles for your audio that are attached to your clips once you upload them, but I usually opt for having control myself of what audio roles are going to be assigned to my media when I upload it. Then lastly, you have your choice of whether or not you want to close this window after your import starts or to keep it open. So now you want to just make sure the media that you actually want to import is highlighted or selected, whether that be just one file on its own or an entire folder. And once you have it selected, you can select import selected, or in the case of having multiple files selected or highlighted, you can hit import all. Now, this is going to start the import process. So that's all there is to importing media into Final Cut Pro. I hope this all did help and got you right on your way to creating your first project in Final Cut Pro 11. If it did, make sure you check out some of the other videos on my channel and other tutorials for Final Cut Pro 11, just like this one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and check out more on my channel if you enjoy content about content creation, tech, and pretty much anything else I want to make videos about. My name is Cyscoe. Thank you for watching. Peace.